How's it going, American truckers? I hope all of y'all are doing great out there. Got my research pad here, and as I told y'all that saw my earlier video, that I was going to be doing a little bit of research on some small companies. As we know, Biden pushed these vaccine mandates out, and at the present time, he's trying to get it out to all companies of 100 employees or more. He actually could mandate truckers even easier, because he could mandate us through our physical, our DOT physical, because our DOT physical is actually federal. It's not state. It's from the Department of Transportation, which that person is appointed by Biden. So real easily he could simply say, okay, well, if you want a DOT physical, you have to have been vaccinated or get vaccinated, yada yada yada. Anyway, I wanted to make a video to help drivers who don't want to get vaccinated find a way around it, get themselves set up in a position where they don't have to worry about it, at least not for a long time. Okay, so I did a little bit of research. I've got 3 companies I'm going to mention in this video. It's a lot of research to research these companies, so I'm going to be producing another video probably in a couple of weeks with more companies. These are the first 3. One of these companies I've actually worked for. And one of the things drivers need to think about is, if you want to avoid the mandate, you might want to move like within the next few days or week or so. That way you go to a new company, you're getting a fresh physical, the whole 9 yards. You ain't got to worry about it for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? That way, if they do mandate it on our physicals, you're fine for a couple of years. You don't have to worry about it till you re-up your physical. If they get it pushed out to all companies over 100 employees, you won't have to worry about that either. You'll be covered. Another thing to consider is, these small companies only have so many trucks. So if you're not in the first batch to get over there and get a truck and get it full, they may not have an opening for you whenever you decide that that's what you want to do. So you want to keep those things in mind as you're making your decision. Another thing to consider is, a lot of these small companies don't pay as much by the mile, but they have a lot of miles, and they tend to have a lot nicer equipment, and they treat their drivers a lot better than these mega carriers, these larger companies do. They're actually going to know who you are. They're actually going to know who your kids are. They're actually going to know who your family is. They get to know you on a one-on-one basis, where with the bigger companies, it's just not like that. So keep that in mind as well. All right, so let's get into it. Get my little pad here. All right, company number 1. They're not in any particular order. I just got them listed. This is a company I actually worked for. That's why I'm going to list them first. I worked for them, I think, back 2015 for a little while. They're a small company out of Merle, Wisconsin. They do require 1 year of experience in order to go to work there. At the time when I was there, they had both manuals and automatics. I forgot to ask them when I spoke to them if they were still doing that, or if they had all autos or all manuals. But I'm pretty sure that they have both. They may be all auto now, but they were back then both. When I was there, they ran Peterbilts and Volvos, and they were nice trucks. They're black, APUs, all that stuff. I mean, they're nice trucks, real nice trucks. Refrigerators in them, TV mounts, comfortable seats. They really thought about the driver when they made their trucks. So you won't be upset about the trucks at all. They start at 50 cents per mile. Right now they have a $5,000 sign-on bonus to go with it. Their trucks are governed at 65 miles an hour, and they specifically told me when I asked them, not requiring vaccines. Another perk to this company is they don't run the Northeast. They're not even permitted up there, man. They do not run the Northeast. They run Wisconsin to Georgia, Wisconsin to Texas, Wisconsin out to the West Coast. Like I used to go to Washington a lot, used to go to Oregon a little bit, used to go to Northern California quite a bit. So you won't have to worry about New York. You don't have to worry about Pennsylvania. You don't have to worry about Maryland, New Jersey. None of that. They don't even run up there. They have no customers up there. All right. That's awesome. They are refrigerated freight. I believe Nestle was their biggest contract when I was there. It may have changed by now. We used to run frozen ice cream every now and then. We did not, when I was there, we didn't do Tyson at all. So I never sat around waiting on a load. If anything, at Tri High, I had to tell them to slow me down sometimes because I would get wore out. They got plenty of freight. One of the things I enjoyed about them was running across Montana. Because they run across Montana quite a bit. Montana's a beautiful state. It's enjoyable to drive year round. Let me see here. They got a little office up in Merle, Wisconsin, where they do the orientation at. It's nice. He told me he had 10 trucks available. That's what he's got. 10. Okay, so if you ain't in the first 10 to hit them up and put in an application, you're gonna be out of luck. There's a $5,000 sign-on bonus with it, so you might want to jump on that. It's only one of 3 companies I saw offering a sign-on bonus. How they're paying out that $5,000, I didn't ask. You know, it's probably split up over the course of a few months, but that could be a question you could ask them. By the way, drivers, all these companies I'm listing, I'm gonna put a link in the description so you can either contact them or go to their website or whatever it is you want to do. All right. The next trucking company, Amistad Freight Incorporated. They're paying up to $70,000 a year. They're out of Union, Mississippi. They are under 100 employees. They currently have 6 trucks available. There's no sign-on bonus. They run Pete 389s. That's a long-nosed Pete's for those guys out there like that. They're all manuals, no automatics. They run from Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee out to Cali and back. So they don't run no East Coast at all. And so if you live in Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in their hiring area. They also told me they hire out of Texas, you know, the states in between. They will hire out of them as well. They require 2 years of experience. And I believe I already said this, but I'll say it again. 75 mile an hour trucks. That's what they govern them at. And they put owner-operator packages on the Pete 389s. All right, now that's Amistad Freight Incorporated. The next one, I hope I don't murder their name here. I think it's Menke Trucking, Menke. I believe that's Menke. Don't get me the line, man. I got this South Texas halfway education. You know, we still say the, not the. They're out of Leavenworth, Indiana, which is down South Indiana, right near Evansville, Indiana. They're starting at 50 cents a mile. They run 68 mile per hour trucks. They have both manuals and automatics, according to their website. They have nice trucks as well. And I believe they only have a few openings also. But their trucks are similar to Tri-High's trucks. They're pretty much the same. I mean, they're real nice trucks. You know, hang on a minute. I'm gonna get this stuff out of my lap. Well, that's the information for this video with the companies with 100 or less. Excuse me, I just ate a little while ago, so I got hiccups. Like I said, drivers, if you're going to do this, if that's what you're going to do, you're not going to get the vaccine. You're probably going to want to make that move soon. You know what I'm saying? If you wait till the last minute, you never know what they're going to implement. If they go and implement it on our DOT physical, and then you try to make the move, well, you're gonna be too late then. You know. So these are things you want to keep in mind when you're making this decision. One thing I will say about Tri-High as a footnote, Tri-High is a good company. I mean, you can walk in and you can talk to the owner. And all of the owners, all the people that are running that company, they have all driven a truck. So they know what you're going through out here on the road. I will give them that. I did have a lot of respect for that. But all these companies will be listed in the link below, or in the description. You'll be able to find them and make contact with them. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay well. Try not to catch this virus going around. Stay out of trouble. Keep it between the lines. And as y'all know, as old Snapper always tells y'all keep trucking.